So we'll get into the posting. So we have already completed the manual posting, and now I'll talk about the automatic posting. So what is the significance of automatic posting? So generally in a real world, there are a lot of journal entries which are entered by so many different users. Okay. So the way it works in a real world is nobody will go and try to manually open the journal and click on post button. Okay. Real world, what will happen is there are so many journals which are entered by different users. Say user one enters journal entry one, and there is another user who enters another journal entry. There is another user who enters another journal entry. And generally we use the approval functionality. If you use the approval functionality, then once the journal entry is entered, it will automatically goes to an approval for his manager, and his manager. So let us assume user one has passed this particular journal say today morning. Okay, he click on submit for an approval button. Once he click on submit for an approval button, an automatic email notification goes to his manager, and his manager takes his own time. He may approve it today or he may approve it next day. Okay, so he may approve it on the next day, so it is approved. And for the journal entry 2 also, it could be approved by his manager maybe next day or next to next day, or he could even approve it immediately. And let us assume there is one more journal entry which is not even approved. Okay, so once the journal entry is approved by his manager, this particular journal user will also get an for your information notification saying that your manager has approved so and so journal. So it's like two way. Once you submit a journal, say take an example, I submit a journal and my manager is a Niranjan. Okay, I submit a journal entry and click on submit for an approval button. Once I click on submit for an approval button, so when I say submit for an approval button, I click on this approve button. So when I click on approve button, it will automatically go to my manager, which is Niranjan, for an approval. So Niranjan will get an email notification, and he takes his own time and he approves say next day, and he can approve the journal from the emails also. So if you build up the system properly, from the email there will be a link, and once he clicks on the link, it will automatically take him to the Oracle screens, and then he can review the journal entry and he can click on approve button. Once he click on approve button, journal entry will be approved. Only once the journal is approved, then only it is eligible for posting. Okay, so he can approve it by say next day, and for journal entry 2 it could be approved by my manager maybe say immediately. But once the journal is approved, it is not mandatory for these users to go and click on post button for those journals. You can schedule this automatic posting program. When you schedule this automatic posting program, what system does is it is going to check what are all the journal entries which are in approved status. If it is already in approved status, it will pick up those journal entries and it will post that. So in this case, it will be still lying in unposted status. System will not pick up this particular journal entry because it is not yet approved. So in our current setup, as we have not enabled the approval functionality, what will happen is the approval status will be not applicable for all our journals. So when it is not applicable, the the posting program, as soon as the journal entry is created, once you run this particular program, it will be automatically posting all your journals. Okay. And now, how does system understand what journals to be posted? Okay, there is something called, first we need to set up something called Autopost Criteria Set. Okay, go to setup. Okay, coming back to our BR100, that is also mentioned in our BR100. So what we need to do is first we need to create something called Autopost Criteria Set, and then run the program automatic posting program. When you run your program automatic posting program, you can select this Autopost criteria. That's how system understand whatever the criteria which you have mentioned under Autopost criteria, journals needs to be posted. Okay, so we'll talk about the INR ledger. Go to navigation, setup, journals, Autopost, setup, journal, Autopost. So we'll give some criteria name. I say Autopost INR ledger. That's my criteria set name. Okay, I say PRT1. And what is the ledger? I want to use Reliance INR ledger. Okay, here you can specify whether you want to post the all journals or journals which belongs to a specific journal source. Okay, if I say all and all categories, all and all periods, if I say this way, then system will pick up my all unposted journal entries irrespective of the journal source, irrespective of the journal category, irrespective of the period, and it will post those journals. If I use a specific source, so source could be say something like say payables, okay, or I can use a source of say receivables. So that means it is going to post only those journal entries which are created with the source of receivables. Okay. Now what we will do is I specifically use the source of receivables. Now try to create a manual journal entry and run the auto posting program. It should not pick up that particular journal entry. The reason being the source is receivables. We'll try that. So whenever you create a manual journal entry, create new journal, there is something called source. Source is by default manual. If the journals are coming from the subledgers, if it is coming from AP, that is your payables module, then those journals will have the source of payables. If the journals are coming from receivables, those journals will have a source of receivables. Okay. But for the manual journal entry, you cannot change this automatically. By default, the source is manual. And if the journal entries are entered through WebADA, the source will be spreadsheet. Okay. So take an example, test manual journal. I create a test manual journal. Use a pass a simple journal entry, debiting my salary account and maybe crediting my cash account. Save this. Okay. Now I will not do a manual posting. Okay. This is one journal entry. I want to create one more journal entry. New journal. So same account code combination or different account code combination, anything is fine. So for say $30,000, so 30,000 rupees, and cash account. If you want to know the shortcuts on these Oracle screens, you can go to my YouTube channel, and under my YouTube channel there is one particular video with regard to shortcuts in Oracle screens. Save this. Okay. So now there are two journal entries, test manual journal 1 and test manual journal entry 2. Two are having the source of manual. Okay. And here you can see approval is not applicable because we have not enabled. So ideally these two journals are eligible for posting, but now if I run the program automatic posting, these two journal entries will not be picked up. The reason being the source is manual. Okay. Let's try that. We have created the auto post criteria set. Okay. And now run the program automatic posting program. Go to view, request, submit new request. The name of the program is program automatic posting. Okay. It is asking you to select the auto post criteria set. So what is our auto post criteria set? Auto post INR ledger. Okay. So this is the only criteria set which is available under INR ledger. So that's the reason why it is coming up. Okay. Let's wait for the program to be completed and let's see what will happen. It's completed normal. Let us check the output. No batches were selected for posting for this priority. So it has not even it has not selected any journal batches. So you can go and cross check your journals. It should be still in unposted status. So the journals which are created today with a source of manual and which are in unposted status. So these are the two journals which we have created and these are in unposted status. Now if you want to post them automatically, what you can do is go back to this auto post criteria set. Pick up your auto post criteria set and instead of source as receivables, make it as all. So that means now you want the system to post all journal entries irrespective of the journal source. Now let us see what will happen. program automatic posting.
Yeah, Link.
Yeah.
So just in the real-time scenarios perspective, right? So let's say we are migrating from legacy to Oracle in a fresh way, okay? And when I'm migrating the historical journals into the system, Oracle system, there is always an offline activity in terms of conversion-related tasks,
Yeah.
right? Before we telecast our system, Oracle system to the business users. So
Yeah,
that
that is one
time,
data conversion. Yeah.
do we need do we definitely need some kind of intervention to the business functional users or the functional consultants to do this kind of enabling the auto rules, right? Because in most of the scenarios for general conversion, right, they will ask for the feature of posting flag to be enabled yes or no while they are converting the journal itself to the Oracle, correct?
Generally, if you ask me whether journals will be created in GL in an unposted or posted status, for all the data conversion activities, whenever you are bringing up your trial balance from your legacy system into Oracle, a journal entry will be created via WebADA and it will be an unposted status. Once somebody reviews that, then it will be posted. So always when you are trying to bring a journal entries from your legacy system, ideally it should be in unposted status. I have not seen any kind of scenarios wherein journals are brought in a posted status.
No,
The
no, for
reason,
the historical data, why they want to again review?
okay, so that means first of all you need to understand the data conversion, but I'll get into that a while. Let me check this journal entry. Whatever the journal entries we have created are posted. There is also one more journal entry. I think we have created this last week. So now all the journal entry are posted successfully because we have changed the Autopost criteria set to include all sources. So even the manual journal entries are also posted. We can double check, go to the journals, enter, pick up the journals which are created today. See, these are the two test journals, whatever we have created, these are in posted status. Okay. Now, Niranjan, coming back to your question, whenever you're doing a data conversion from the legacy system, you know that there is a big data conversion approach. So as part of the data conversion approach, you upload a trial balance into GL, and also if there are any open invoices in AP and open invoices in AR, you also do a data conversion of the importing of those open invoices into AP and AR. So at a high level, you create the open invoices in AP as well as the open invoices in AR. Okay, run a create accounting, transfer them to GL, and within GL you reverse the journal entries with the source of AP. You reverse the journal entry with the source of AR because you are already uploaded a trial balance into GL with the historical balance.
Okay.
Okay, because as you have already uploaded a trial balance in GL, which already takes into account the open AP invoices and open AR invoices. This is the approach, and the reason why you are actually bringing those open AP invoices into open invoices into AP and as well as AR is, once you go live, you want to make a payment via Oracle AP. You want to make a receipt via Oracle AR. So that's the reason why you need to bringing the open AP as well as open ARs into the subledgers. But from an accounting perspective, as they are already uploaded into GL via trial balance, you need to reverse the entries, whatever is created with the create accounting program for these open invoices under AP as well as AR. Okay. And as far as historical balances is concerned, you just upload a single trial balance, which will pick up the balances as of the end of say last month. If you are going live from say this month, just the balances as of the last month you are going to pick up from your legacy system, and that will be uploaded as a journal entry in your Oracle GL, and that will be in unposted status. Once somebody reviews that, that will be posted. So obviously, in any live scenario, definitely there will be a general approval functionality. So if somebody enters the general and as the approval functionality is enabled, even though your program automatic posting is scheduled on a daily basis, the automatic posting program will not post that particular journal entry unless it is approved by a person.
Okay, so here is my scenario, right? Let's say, let's assume that my go live is on October 2017. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
1st of October 2017,
Mm-hmm.
and my GL conversion is, the business agreement is to bring the previous end of balances, previous year end of balances, which is 2016 end of balances.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the current fiscal year, which is the 2017 P2D balances. Okay, that's the scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So 2016 year-end balances, which is already reviewed, approved, and closed in the legacy system. First thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, so this 2016 balances, I am simply need to migrate to Oracle so that for auditing purpose or for some other purpose, I have to maintain that data, not to have only data from October itself. That was the only reason they asked to bring that data for a reference purpose only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for 2016, do I still need to do this review in Oracle? No need, right?
Okay. Coming back to your question, what you will be doing is you will be uploading one trial balance as of end of December 16, which is a YTD trial balance, and then for January 17 it will be a PTD trial balance, February 17 PTD trial balance, and so on up to September 17 it will be a PTD trial balance. So hardly there will be how many? I mean, one trial balance will be one journal entry. So hardly there will be 9 plus December month. So there will be 10 journal entries. And for the 10 journal entries, if you do not want to go with this approval journal, I mean, it's hardly like it. I mean, as the user has already, as the manager has already reviewed in the previous system, but you are entering the Oracle system. There are two options. If you do not want to go with this approach, you just disable that approval enabling functionality at the source level. I'll show you that. What is the source? So source for all the journals which are created in GL will be either manual or spreadsheet. So there is something called required general approval. So you disable this checkbox, let the user enter the journals, and it will be automatically posted. Once the data conversion is done, before you release this particular system to the end users, you re-enable that. That's the one option. Okay. Second option would be, I don't think so users will argue for this. It's only hardly 10 journal entries. But the 10 journal entries, if you are asking the user to just click on approve button for 10 times, I don't think so there will be any argument from the users. Because even in our current client, this checking of unchecking of the checkbox, or like there is actually a kind of a audit uh, requirement from a business user's perspective, that if somebody make any changes to this particular journal sources from especially this particular button, okay, then they need to raise a ticket in the system, and they need to provide a justification as to why they have made changes to the system. Because like a super user, a person who has got a super user can disable the general approval functionality, go to the GL, pass some general entry, post that, and come back here and again check this checkbox. So that is the reason why there is an audit questions which are raised whenever you try to disable or enable the approval functionality. So once the system is live, you should not make any changes to the general approval functionalities. If it is enabled, it's enabled. Under any circumstance, we should not disable that. It could be any case. But if there is a reason that they do not want to, there are a lot of such kind of journal entries for some reason, and they do not want to use this approval functionality. Yes, during a data conversion, you can take a business approval and uncheck this required general approval checkbox, ask the user to pass a journal entry, get them posted, and before you release it to the end users, check the checkbox again, and then they can start using the system.
Okay. Okay. Hey, one more question. I understand this one because as in this particular example, the limited number of journals are there, so it is easy for them to review and then take an appropriate action. So let's say let's say, just to extend this scenario, right? For YTD 2016, as you mentioned, it's only one general based on trial balance of the entire year,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, ideally, do we have any scenario to split that based on subledgers into while converting that as a history into the GL?
Generally, I did not see that, because I know like in a lot of the implementations, business users will ask that, no, I want only one system even for the previous data. What should I do to refer to a previous data once we go live? These are all the questions which will be asked by the users. The only straight away answer is, we did a cutoff date. After cutoff date, you should have only open transactions in Oracle. You should not be bringing over the historical transactions. If you try to bring over the historical transaction, the legacy system would have been in use for last 20 years. Do you want to upload all those historical transactions into last 20 years? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. If the user if for any previous year, if you want to refer some data, then he will still have access to the old system. And as per line, most of the countries, even though you go live with the new system, the old system should be available for at least 6 to 8 years. I think in India it says 8 years, and most of the countries have different laws there. Okay, we should not encourage. I know like business users will ask that, but it's a business judgment. You should not encourage the users asking us to what you call do an historical upload of the data. So if you go
No,
with
no,
the
no.
further approach,
I understand the historical is fine. My question here is, for the 2016 YTD, can I split to the subledger level conversion to the GL itself?
which is say that's what I'm trying to say for
Like,
2016, why do you want to split that? Because as of end of September, you will be uploading all open transactions as of end of September 17. See, on December 16, there could be some open transaction. Okay, but in January it would have been cleared. Why? What is the reason for bringing over in December, then again making a payment in January? Because you are starting the Oracle, you are starting using the Oracle system from end of September or from the first week of October. Why do you want to go with that?
okay, okay,
I
got
don't
it.
see any reason for that. Ideally, we should not. Our objective is to upload only the open transaction as of the start of the ERP system.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Thanks, man.
yeah. Let's move on. I think we have covered only one topic in the last 1.5 hours, but it's good, like a interesting discussion. Okay.